guys, how's it going? So, I got the weirdest email ever. I don't really know how I feel about it, but since my tumor in my brain has been evaluated, everything's back where it's supposed to. I'm always gonna have trouble with my speech. I just gotta slow down when I talk. When I'm tired, I'm gonna mince my words. I don't really give a shit. I can live with that. Like, I'm not a vain person. Like, so I developed a stutter. Deal with it, bitches. I didn't die. But, it kind of makes sense, but I'm kind of like, I don't know. So I'm just going to put this out on the internet, which is probably not always the best idea. But I think that I need to get a second opinion. Basically, they think I have a very, very, very mild form of autism because I look down at people. I don't like making eye contact when I talk to people. That's always been true. Like, I will look at you. I don't look away the whole time, but I have very brief eye contact when I do speak to people. It's just always been a preference. I just guard my peepers because they're portals to my soul. My eyes are very expressive. I just feel like I'm being protective of my emotions, but apparently autistic people do that. We don't like eye contact. I've always been okay socially. Like, I can make friends, but I prefer to be alone. Like, when I was younger, they always were telling my parents something was wrong because, I had friends in the class and friends would ask me to play and I would just be like, no, I'm going to be over here playing by myself. Like, I had friends, but I preferred to play across the room. And even then, kids were like, oh, that's weird. But I just prefer to do my own thing. I always have, even before my trauma when I was a younger kid. That has always been true. So it lines up with some of the factors. But I think just because I'm a little bit socially awkward and dismissive of people, I don't think that means I am autistic. I can function very well. I can hold a job. I can take care of myself. I'm not saying that autistic people can't. There's highly functional autistic people. I just don't, apart from a few things, don't see how it lines up. I think I'm just a shy person, and I just don't feel like being vulnerable to society. I'm very, I'm not afraid to be in front of an audience. I'm not shy in that aspect. But I just don't like eye contact. I really don't. I don't enjoy it. I think it's weird. Like, why are you looking at me so intensely? Stop it. It just makes me uncomfortable. Man, woman, it doesn't matter. Like, obviously, I have whole conversations with people where I'm making eye contact with them, but they are people that are, like, important to me, like my siblings. And even then, half of the time, we don't really look at each other because we're always talking when we're doing things. That's part of it, too. I have 5 other siblings, is what these people don't understand. I was 5 very, very different personalities. Ricky, Rainey, Andy, Danielle, and Hannah. There's nothing in common, but there's similarities. Everybody has their own personality. Everybody has their own way of dealing with things and doing things. And I've always just been a hermit. I got used to playing by myself. I got used to doing things by myself. I was a highly independent kid, which is apparently true for autism as well. Like, if you line up my spectrum of constantly having to struggle to keep clothes on me, yet at the same time being so fiercely angry when somebody tried to help me or do things in a different way. I had a problem with breaking up my schedule when I was younger. Like, I had a schedule, and I like to stick to it. And if you went off my schedule, I'll be an asshole. I don't think it was paralyzing to me. I could function without my schedule. I just didn't fucking want to. And I don't care if I was 2 or if I was 22. I never liked being told what to do. I didn't care. I looked right at you. I just had this personality of I'm older than I seem. I've always been like that. My mom said I was the easiest kid. Showed me something once, I did it. And every time she showed me something and teach me something, the next time and every time after that is, I can do it. I can do it by myself. And if I didn't know something, I asked a bazillion questions, which is also common for autism, apparently. I'm like, maybe I was autistic when I was a kid. Can you outgrow it? Or did I just manage to be undiagnosed this whole time and find a way to just interact because I'm an 80s baby and they didn't even fucking have it. My brain. They didn't really have autism when I was younger. It was like a new thing. Nobody knew about it, so I could have slipped through the cracks. It's possible. But it's been a crazy year with like a brain injury, tumor. Now I have autism maybe. And, oh, by the way, maybe we misdiagnosed you. Maybe you don't have PCOS. I'm like, what the fuck? So, PCOS, I don't think I have. Just like autism, I feel like just because I have some things, they lump me in a box. And my mom had uterine cancer, so I just feel like I just have cysts that run in my family, and I just stay on top of it all the time. By the way, if you watch my happy hoo-ha thing, I have started it. I'm on day 2. It's weird. I don't know how to feel about it, but it's definitely working. And not in a gross way, but I just feel like my body is cramping. I don't know if that's normal. Weird. Not like enough to like take any medicine or be painful or abnormal. I just feel like my body's like, something's weird. Something's happening, but I feel like it's all up for a good way. It's working. So when you take medicine or vitamins, you want to feel like it's working. Definitely feel like it's working. I'm doing my research. Am I supposed to feel this? What does this mean? But I've been celibate for 4 years, so maybe I would be different than a normal woman taking it who is sexually active. I feel like people with happy hoo-ha pills are probably people in a relationship. You know what I mean? I'm just a weirdo testing some shit. So maybe because mine isn't being used, it's like, what am I supposed to be cleaning? I don't know. Let's just punch it. Or something. I have a very weird imagination. Anyway, I just want to put it out there. Anybody who has autism, is it normal to like be very particular about things? Like, there's only certain foods I won't eat, and there's foods I will eat. There's things I won't do. There's things I have to do every day, and I don't like eye contact, and I like being a loner, and a lot of people don't understand me. Does that mean I'm not being funny, like we're trying to make fun of anyone, but is that a real, like when your kids are diagnosed with autism, is that normal? Do I need a second opinion? Yes. I always get a second opinion, even when I agree. And I don't want to be diagnosed with something and it not be true. Look how hard it is to get undiagnosed with PCOS when I might not even have it. So, maybe I'm just weird because I'm autistic. So much would make sense. But now who's going to marry me now? Maybe slightly autistic. Right. Just add it to the weird pile. I don't think I'm autistic. Like I said, I think I'm just abnormally weird. I was born weird. I was born this way. Nobody gets me. They're always trying to lump me in a box with some fucking disorder. How about I just don't want to be like other people? Is that okay? Apparently not. That must mean you need some medication if you just don't want to be a robot. You don't want to look at people just because you don't want to look at people. I want people looking at my peepers and seeing myself. Anyway, I need to go make dinner. I'm hungry. I've been walking forever.